I think I can remember it. But yeah, I was basically had my MRI scan, and obviously, yeah, last time I told you I had it, and now I've had the results through from it.
Yeah.
And they said I've got a complex tear in the posterior third of my lateral meniscus.
So complex meaning complicated?
I'm guessing so.
Anterior, did you say?
Posterior third.
Posterior, that's the rear third?
Yeah, the rear third of the side meniscus.
Which is the meniscus?
It's the spongy bit in between the
I thought there was
thigh
only
bone and your leg bone.
One big spongy bit in there.
There's two. There's two like crescent shaped shock absorbers.
One either side. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, one's either side. And then I think your cruciate ligament goes through the middle, which is what everybody messes up, don't they?
Yeah, crosses, I think. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so there's a complex tear in that. But because I am an idiot, I forgot to ask if it was the same meniscus that I had my surgery on, my old tear from 5 years back, because that was a tear that they then cleaned up and trimmed out. So if they just scanned it and looked at that and gone, oh, it's got a bit of a tear in there, that might be the same thing. Oh, and they also said I had something like a potential meniscal cyst. So there might be something else in there making it all.
But nothing else apart from that.
No, that was it. Making it all grotty. So yeah, so I've been referred to orthopedics because I don't think that's going to stretch out.
No, but you can rehab meniscus tears without surgery. Deanna did. But hers was, I don't know.
Now she walks around in circles.
How they run in grades. Yeah. We have to put her on a hill. There's different grades of tears, isn't there? And then when we went to see the hospital, she had an MRI. When we went to the hospital, she couldn't straighten her leg, and the doctor said, "You're going to need surgery." And I was like, "Well, we can't see anything on the MRI. There was nothing on the MRI." And he was like, "Well, I don't really know why you're having the problem. But you're going to need surgery." I was like, "Well, are we really going to need surgery? Can we try and rehab it instead?"
Yeah.
Because she was a bit nervous about the surgery. So he said, "Yeah, okay, try." And she just went full on with the rehab it was a long time though, because she couldn't straighten her leg and it was painful. And I think it was probably 6 months or something like that. She was rehabbing that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the standard time that it takes to heal a meniscus if you don't have any surgery. Because yours was faster than that, wasn't it, last time, I think?
Well, just recovery from the surgery. Yeah, I was talking to Claire earlier. I can't remember how long I was out of action for, but I'm not looking forward.
They should have your records, though, shouldn't they, as well? So you're saying that they looked at the scan.
Yeah, this is what I don't know. I should have asked.
Realised that it was there. You can call them, though, can you? Or
you can't call the doctors in this country.
No. Here you can. It's pretty cool.
So yeah, I'll when they refer me through, I'll talk to whatever specialist is there. Make sure they don't slice me open without an actual need to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely something going on with it.
Well, at least they found something. The cyst thing doesn't sound.
The cyst thing wasn't there before, so
no.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what's griefing me so much at the minute.
But you can straighten your leg, because I think what happens with the meniscus is it moves, doesn't it? When you damage it, it moves, and then it gets trapped between the two pieces of bone. So instead of letting your leg function normally, it restricts the movement, I think.
I've never had any restricted.
You've always been able to straighten.
Actually, it doesn't bend all the way like my other one. Like, it's got a little bit gets a little bit stuck if I fully
Yeah, but is that from before, or is that?
Yeah, it's always been like that. It's always been like that. Yeah, that's what you get for leaving a sore knee for 10 years.
Wow.
Looked at.
I've never had it, so I can't comment.
Yeah,
or give you any advice other than get it sorted.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm doing.
Good.
So yeah, apart from that, had my heavy week in the gym. Deadlifting and squatting and benching, and I did a post just now on that, so a little 30-second clip of like a whole week's worth of work. I say work, it's not really work.
Play. It's not really play.
It's not really play. It's a bit of a mixture of the two. Yeah.
Smashing yourself into oblivion. But it's going all right though, no? It's going
pretty
well at the minute.
Yeah, I had to go to the
considering
loo when I was squatting in between the second work set and the final top set, because I thought, I think I'm going to poo my pants.
Well, can we go in flipper style?
I'm going to poo my pants here. I
Maybe.
thought, I'm bracing pretty hard. The pipes aren't clear.
God.
Something's going to happen.
Payload on board.
Something's going to happen. But yeah, must have been feeling a little bit more confident about this session than I was on the last one, because the last week when I was doing threes, I can't remember the weight of it now. Obviously less, maybe 139, something like that. And I actually moved. I've got my catch bars on the squat rack, and I moved them up. So I thought, if I'm sat on this box and then I can't stand up, I just need to be able to just fall back and let the bar go into the thing. Because normally, when I normally squat, they're a lot lower. When I bench, they're a lot lower. So I actually moved them up. So I thought, this doesn't feel great. But this time, just went for it. I didn't feel like I needed to move it up. So that was positive.
Confident. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I saw your squats from, I think it was last week. They're looking good, like, because you used to have that problem with your knees caving in, didn't you? And back rounding and stuff like that. And I think just over time, everything's obviously got stronger, hasn't it? No.
Yeah, I'm not squatting below parallel on the box either, so that's probably helping. I'm just touching it and up I go.
I think as well, last time when you hurt your knee, because you've done this now, this isn't the first rodeo of this, is it? This is like go to, is it, of box squats trying to fix your knee?
No, the last time it was my piriformis.
Okay. I'm thinking of box squats in general, though.
Yeah, I've done box squats before, and that was piriformis.
Well.
Yeah, that was
rough. That worked last time, didn't it? As well.
Yeah.
Pushed the weights up quite a bit, and then got back to normal squatting, and it was pretty good. I don't think I've ever. I know I did do some box squats when we were training in Yarmouth years and years ago. I can't even remember what program that was. Some program with some variation of box squats in, but I'll probably do that. Actually, I'm thinking about doing that now, because I've just got I'm still running that Juggernaut app, because I kept it running while I was recovering anyway.
Giving Chad some coin.
To keep paying Chad, because they put out lots and lots of awesome stuff. So I thought, well, I'll keep that running. And there's a rehab option in that program, which is really cool. So there's a rehab option for each exercise. You can pick in the session you're doing, you can pick, I'm rehabbing bench, I'm rehabbing squat, or I'm rehabbing deadlift, or all three. And then it gives you a variation, and the rehab variations are box squat. And I think it gives you the measurement above parallel, I think. And then deadlift off blocks. So the first one I just had a look, because you can preview the workout as well, which is really cool. Deadlift off a 5-inch block. So with the weights on 5-inch blocks to lift the start point up, which is pretty decent height. And 5-inch block is what, like 120 mil, something like that. Yeah. So I was going to do that and see how that goes. And the bench, I think I should be okay to bench on my neck. Did I say about my neck last week?
Yeah.
So I went to the physio in my neck, and it was really good in the morning when he was working on it, but then it just got crazy in the evening, and then was getting worse. Now it's chilled out now. I did some yoga this morning, some like neck specific yoga with I'm crazy my own stuff about it, and that's really helped. And then just getting out on the push bike today as well, so it's like really loosened off to now. It feels really good. So hopefully that's done now. I think I just pinched a nerve, because it was all numb in my arm. It was all like in my shoulder, it was numb, and all down my arm was numb. Oh, man. So I read something about that can be a symptom of like a herniated disc. I thought that'd be good. Get off the crutches, and I've done my disking from being on the crutches. Yeah. But I think it was just a trapped nerve. The physio gave me a tennis ball as well. That's nice. To roll around in my neck, but it's a bit awkward to get in my neck with that. But so I've been doing that, and did the yoga this morning. That was really good. And then got out on the push bike today for a ride around, and I'm going to train. I'll train after we finish. What
are you doing? See
how that goes. A little bit of, just going to do like a Ross training magic 50, I think. Try some burpees and try some
make a little hole in the snow.
There's no snow now. It's amazing today. The weather is crazy. It's like winter is finished like that, and now it's almost summer. It's so it's crazy, but like really nice. So it's a bit on and off Although it did that a couple of weeks ago, and then it just hammered it with snow, like insane. Like today was pretty cool. So let's see tomorrow how we go. And then I'll try and start with the weights on Monday. But I got off the crutches yesterday, and it's a bit more sore than I expected it to be. My glute is pretty sore. But then I haven't walked or anything on it really for 4 weeks. And yesterday I went for like a decent length walk, walked about a kilometre with the weight vest on, and cycled 20 kilometres because I cycled to the hospital and then cycled back. And then today I've been walking a bit as well and on the push bike, and it's just a bit, you can tell it's not an injury, but it's like it hasn't worked. So
got lazy.
It's a little bit
lazy.
Yeah, it's just got lazy. It's just not firing. So I do some unilateral stuff with the Ross training and then kick off with the
just hit chest and buys, bro.
Yeah, I didn't really do that this time. Like last time I managed it, but because it was in my pelvis, I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like I can feel it now if I put any sort of load on my foot. I can feel it go into my hip and I can feel it's sore. So like if I sit as well and then take any load, I think it all goes through there. So I haven't started to do anything yet, but I think the snatch should be okay because I've got quite a light kettlebell. I've got like a 16 kilo kettlebell I can try. So I'll try that and some swings. I think swings will be all right. They'll be quite good as long as I don't go too crazy with that.
Yeah. I'm already trying to think of how I can use my assault bike with only one leg. Stick my leg.
Yeah, you can, can't you? You
can stick them on the pegs and do arms only.
Yeah, I've seen people doing that, doing arms only on.
Yeah, I might sit on the box and do my ski. Arms only.
Battle ropes look pretty cool.
Yeah,
no leg stuff, and I've got that whole no leg program that you can have for weight stuff. If you want, it's really good. Are you gonna? When are they gonna give you the result of that, or you go to the specialist?
I just go to the orthopedic place and they'll talk to me about it, and then I'll see what happens from then. I don't know how long wait lists are for stuff at the minute. Probably a long time. I don't know. We'll see. And
you can't go and see Daisy or someone instead and just say, I've got this. Do they give you the MRI?
Yeah, I don't know what that'd be. I don't know what massage and stuff would actually help at all. I'll just go and see the specialist guy.
Just depends if it takes 6 months.
Yeah, I can do that in the meantime and see if anything helps. But I don't think getting hit by a magic hammer by the first dude did me any favors. That electroshock therapy, I think that made it worse.
I know.
So yeah, that wasn't too much fun. But yeah, I mean, I can still do everything. I can still, it's just sore, just hurts. It's like, it's not like my leg's any weaker. I can still do the stuff. It's just, I know I can feel it straight away. It's just like, no, I'm not going to want to do that. And so I just avoid all that stuff. And I mean, I never running anyway, so that's fine. I'll just do like pistols on the right leg and just hold that other leg.
Yeah, well, there's some studies as well. I think they show if you train the opposite leg, then it basically sends a signal, like a response, to make the other leg stronger. Not directly, but it's like squatting, isn't it? Squatting, when you load the whole body, makes everything stronger. Yeah. If you're doing something on the other leg, obviously it's not as powerful a response in the opposite leg, but there's some benefit in just doing something in general.
I just do loads of dips again, like last time.
I was thinking about that the other day.
Dips with weighted rucksack on in the garden.
Thousands and thousands of dips.
Dip my life away.
Dip off. Yeah, you're on it. You're on it, boy.
Maybe bench will be all right. It's just it's playing on my mind already. I'm thinking, oh, man, I'm just getting back. Just getting back. And now, I mean, I say it's now it's happened. It was like September, October that started to be sore. I was like, yeah, typical. I'll just go bench only. Yeah. Bench only powerlifting. That'll be all right.
You can do all sorts of variations there like that. Juggernaut is pretty cool because there's all sorts of variations in there.
There's I didn't have big legs in the first place, so it's fine.
Well, you won't be fixing that now, then, that's for sure. There's a feet up variation in the Juggernaut program. There's wide grip, 3 count pause. There's some narrow stuff. So you can do all sorts of stuff, can't you? Don't necessarily you only need your legs if you're trying to get leg drive to move even more weight, aren't you? But you can apply the stimulus without that and just make it harder, can't you? So be all right. And like that training I did when I broke my leg was probably the best, however many weeks it was, 8 or 12 weeks of upper body training that I've ever done, probably. That was pretty awesome. Pull-ups and stuff as well. You can do like those L-sit pull-ups. I'm doing loads of L-sit pull-ups, weighted pull-ups. Anything sitting down with shoulder press was fine. Bicep stuff was fine. Planks I could do. Sorry, planks. Rollouts I could do. Neck stuff you can do. All sorts you can do. But and then when I came back and was deadlifting straight, like first session back or something, I pulled 180 kilos still, so which isn't huge, but for me it's all right. Pretty good. Decent. I'm still in crutch mode. I'm trying to remember that I don't have to be on the crutches anymore. Because when you're on the crutches, you have to work out how to carry everything. So I'm like going out of the house this morning and thinking, oh God, right, I need this, I need that. How am I going to carry this? How am I going to carry that? I need to put this in my bag. And then I was like, no, I don't. I can just walk. I can just put things in my pockets or hold them in my hands, and I can just walk and do stuff. It's so annoying, man, that when you're on those crutches, man. It's so annoying. I was going to the supermarket. I had to go walk to the supermarket because I obviously can't drive. So I walked to the supermarket with a little bag inside a big bag, walk on the crutches, get to the supermarket with the mask on or whatever, and then put one bag on the front so I could go around with the crutches and fill the front bag like my kangaroo pouch with food. So I'm going around filling the pouch and then when you get to the till, you have to like manipulate the crutches and everything and put all the stuff from the kangaroo pouch into the till, and that all goes down the checkout to the checkout lady. She's checking everything, and then I can't carry the kangaroo pouch one with all the food in back home because it like tries to chop my neck off. So then I've got another bag, a big bag that goes in my back with like almost like a harness type strap, so it takes all the load of it, and then go back with like, I don't know how much it was, 5 or 10 kilos worth of food on my back on the crutches all the way. So it's very nice not to be on them anymore. It's pretty sweet.
I can't even manage to get the shopping done fully, able-bodied, because here you can't stand like directly in front of the checkout person, and the checkout person doesn't pack your bags anymore. So you have to, like, if you've got a big trolley of food, you have to like load up as much as you can onto the belt and head down that end. Then they shoot it all through to you, and you're like trying to get in your bag. Then you have to go back to your trolley, like get the rest onto the belt, and like go back again. Fill it up. Pain in the ass.
Why can't you stand in front of them?
Because they've got like
Corona.
in like traffic lights, they like box off the middle, so like don't stop in the middle of the traffic lights bit. Right. It's like that. It's like they have like boxed off areas. Yeah, you don't stop. Like you either like you're waiting behind for your turn to go, or you're the other side. But it's all right if you've only got like one conveyor belt's worth of stuff. If you've got to feed like a family of 4, you've got a trolley full of all sorts of garbage.
Got to feed the H-bomb. Do you know what I saw in the supermarket today?
Do you know what you saw or who you saw?
Yeah, what I saw. What? I don't see any humans that I know. I saw the filling of Reese's peanut butter cups in a jar. Which is pretty awesome. Was
it Reese's peanut butter? Was it just like
yeah? That's what it said. I don't know if it's the truth. I haven't seen it before. Is that a thing in the UK?
Yeah, I think so.
How much is it in the UK?
I don't know. I can't look at it.
Is it €8 a jar?
Jesus, how big's the
it's
jar?
Like made of gold. You know how big? It's like 500 grams. Like, oh man, that looks amazing. And I was like, €8 for that. I don't know. It's maybe infused with gold leaf peanuts.
Well, I bought a kilo of Nutella. Set me back something like £3 or £4.
Wow, that's cheap.
That's I mean,
cheap.
That's a kilo of Nutella. That's a crazy amount of Nutella.
There's a big wad of Nutella. And get that in. But you could make, with the Reese's and the Nutella, you could make your own little cups, couldn't you? That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, you might as well just buy them though, and all said and done.
Yeah.
There's a guy I know on a group chat, and his wife sent through a picture of him in a supermarket in a store, and he's holding some food, and he had like a pack of ready cooked chicken, something else, and then he had like 6 Reese's peanut butter eggs. And he was like,
Please, I didn't know they did eggs.
and she was like, her caption was something about he's getting all the protein in. He had his chicken and his eggs.
Peanuts, yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I couldn't resist. They were 12p. I was like,
What?
12p?
No wonder.
Jesus. Yeah.
But what eggs? Like an Easter egg? Or
no, like Cadbury's cream egg.
Cadbury's cream egg.
But a Reese's one.
Oh man.
Yeah, they do all sorts of stuff like that. I was looking at some today. There's like some Reese's, like a trail mix, like a snack mix. So they had like peanuts.
But it's not.
Biscuit.
It had nuts and stuff in it. The one I saw is like Reese's mix, and it's literally just chocolate. It's not like non-stop Reese's chocolate in there. All the carbs and whatever other stuff they do. I don't even know what else they do, but lots of Reese's chocolate.
Did I ever send you I might have done, send you a picture of I think I was in Iceland, and I can't remember what time of year it was, but the counter,
the shop.
It wasn't. I'm not that exciting. I never go anywhere.
You didn't even go to
Iceland. I was in Reykjavik, and
just
I was in
with
the supermarket, Iceland, and I got to the counter, and they always have something on the counter like it's going to tempt you that they've reduced. And I think I'd have to check my facts, but it was £2, as in of weight, of peanut butter cups, but there was 2 in the packet, so each peanut butter cup weighs £1. 500-gram giant peanut butter cups. Man, that was a good day
for 12p.
They were not 12p. I can't remember. It was maybe like a quid, 150, something like that.
That's still worth a punt on that. Did you get them on there?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah, I'm not too proud. I'm not too proud.
How big was it?
Yeah,
not proud.
Size.
That's probably the bargain of your lifetime. Right?
Yeah, they're decent size. I mean, they weren't massive. Probably
£1. 500 grams. Yeah, man. That's like a 500-gram jar.
Well, they were thick as well. So they were like
hand size.
I don't know, a couple of centimeters thick, and then like chonky.
Not too good for you, though.
Well, it's peanut, isn't it? It's natural.
It's natural.
It's a natural source of fat. That's a good fat. Hang on, that's a good fat. No, that's grown from the ground. That's a good fat. You can have that. That's fine.
No artificial
chocolate. That's a plant.
Yeah, it's just milk, isn't it?
Plant and
milk
milk
and vegetables. No
sugar.
problem.
Everyone likes sugar. That's got to be good for you.
Why not? Everyone likes sugar. Everyone likes milk. Everyone likes vegetables.
Yeah.
What's to lose?
My brain works differently now, because I remember like before when I was training and I was like 90 something kilos and like a sack of spuds, and I was thinking, oh, I'm training, so that's all right. I'll eat like a sandwich before dinner.
That's the rules,
I'll have like, oh yeah, that's
sandwich before dinner.
I'll have like double lunch, whatever. But I wasn't training particularly like you could eat like that. I wasn't training that hard. I was just like, oh well, I'm going to train later. I'm going to have like an extra sausage, bacon, and egg sandwich on the way home.
Yeah, that's where all the fuel comes from.
Yeah, it didn't make me that much stronger.
No, it didn't turbocharge you for the day. Yeah, but you got to eat.
Just good.
Is the other thing. You got to eat. You got to eat. That's the way a lot of people go wrong, there, isn't it? They think they eat a lot. I'm just doing. I'm trying to sort out my diet and stuff at the moment because it's gone a little bit haywire. So I've gone back to the old faithful. I've gone back to my favourite ever, the Grapplers Guide to Nutrition.
Oh, so good.
And well, yeah, it's like, I think if you imagined a diet, if you could make up a diet, and we say diet and we don't really mean diet as such, do we? What would you say you would call it? A nutrition plan? Food? Yeah. If you could think of something, you're like, actually, yeah, that sounds pretty decent. And you could look at the list and go, yeah, I probably should eat those things. It's basically that. So, but the quantity as well, I always forget. I always come back to think, oh man, I'm going to be hungry on this. And even on like there's like a sort of slow weight loss one, isn't there? Even on that one, the quantity is like proper. And there's all these like various pieces of it. So I just had it before we jumped on here. And I was cooking. It doesn't take that long to cook, I think, if you get organized and do it. But like I was eating like bits at a time, thinking, God, I'm not going to eat all this. There's like, I think it's like 130 grams of chicken. And then there's 3 servings of veg. This is the evening one. 3 servings of veg, half a cup of beans. And then the other ones, it's half a cup of pasta, I think. So I swapped the beans for the pasta because I didn't get any beans. A serving of fruit. So I had a banana. And then a fish oil cap. I think that was it. But it ends up being like a proper plate full of food. And when you're training, even on the proper one, even on the one, the like the performance support one, is proper as well for like recomp, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
because we both used that when we were. Did you use that when we were training for?
Yeah, I used it to get to 70 kilos.
Yeah, me too.
Lean.
87 to 68 or whatever it was, and I think I just used that. I can't remember. Yeah, I did go down to like the weight cut one in the end, because there's 3 different options in it, isn't there? There's like a performance support, like a slow weight loss, and then a weight cut one. And I went down to the weight cut one, and yeah, it's like insane. That's super good. But then as well, you're training 2 or 3 hours a day.
Yeah. I was using that when I was had a brief stint as a postman as well. So I was spending a good 5 hours.
Yeah.
Out
just
about
lugging
anyway.
bags around. Big old
that
bags.
was quite good, because the one I had was like for the morning you had it was eggs. It's like I'm trying to remember now, but it's some sort of egg white, oats, and like a green vegetable. I think it was spinach. So you just like bash that, or just bang it straight in the microwave. I just mixed egg white, spinach, and oats together, put it in the microwave. Ate that.
You put the oats in there? Yeah, I remember you doing.
Yeah, just had a lot. And I think from the night before, because you then had a shake, you could have it was like breakfast, shake.
Yeah,
lunch. Like, lunch was like lean meat and vegetables, and then I think maybe another shake.
Yeah, another shake. Yeah,
and then another lean meat and vegetables. But
meal,
I used to freeze the shake, so that was the fruit and the protein and like the greens and something like that went in there. So
it has nuts and
blend up all the fruit. Yeah, put the flaxseed powder in, and stick that in the freezer the night before. So I'd eat my breakfast, take that out of the freezer, go start my post round, and have that in my bag. And then when I got like halfway around my post round, there was like time to eat, so I could just be chugging on the shake. But that was good.
Yeah, I've got some greens. I got some greens in the last order of supplements I did. They gave me some free greens. I was reading the ingredients, and it's like all sorts of wacky stuff in there, and like algae and stuff like that. And you think, when you drink it, you think, well, this is literally
like, tastes like algae.
Yeah, it's like drinking out of a lake, isn't it? But if you're in a lake, you wouldn't open your mouth and have a gulp, wouldn't you? That's grim, man. But I remember when I was doing that Grappler Garden, had that, and I think I had is it Udos who does the oil? I think they did a green supplement at the time as well, and it was like so much energy. It was insane. So I'm going to give it another whirl, just get back on track a little bit.
Yeah.
Made some chicken, made a whole bunch of chicken. That was cool. I thought I was making jerk chicken. I thought I was being clever making jerk chicken. But actually what I made was chicken with like just a bunch of spice and stuff on it. Yeah, that's probably pretty similar to jerk chicken. I look up the recipe for jerk chicken. It's like you need to make almost like some sort of mojito mix and put it on the chicken. It's like brown sugar and lime, onion, jalapeno. You need like a newborn baby goat's belly to rub, like all sorts of crazy stuff. So that's going to be my recipe of the week for next week. I'll work out how to make that. It's pretty good. I didn't do anything new this week with food. Just whack that chicken in there. But the chicken came out pretty cool. My mouth was still on fire from making this freestyle chicken. But it's good.
What was the spiciness?
I put in it, because I've got like a massive cupboard worth of spices and stuff now. So I put in it quite a lot of pepper, some like onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and then it's called peperoncini, which is just like chili, basically, like chili flakes. So I put that on, but with the oil pretty hot, so it's basically frying as it goes in, and then a lot of seasoning on, and then flip it over, and then put the other side obviously to cook with a lot of seasoning on as well, and then just keep going on that, and it eventually like blackens with the pepper, so it looks like, I know they're not going to agree with me now. Anyone? Yeah, basically I was going to say it looks like jerk chicken, but it doesn't actually look like jerk chicken in my mind.
I do that with all my meals,
but it doesn't. Yeah, it just looks kind of like sort of crispy burnt chicken, but actually it tastes really good. So I was pretty happy with that. So I made one chicken breast to go with the Grapplers Guide diet, and then I thought, well, I'll just make the rest of them. So then I made like another 4 of that. So I've got that.
I remember that.
But like the amount of veg and everything in it is crazy. Yeah, but it's really good. like
No, I mean
super quick.
the jerk chicken excuse. Next time I burn our dinner.
Yeah, just tell them it's jerk chicken.
Jerked it.
Yeah, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try in a week because it sounds pretty good. I've never really looked at the recipe before, but Leon's mum made us some, I think, when we went down to his for his birthday, which is awesome cook, like an insane cook, so good. And yeah, she made us some proper jerk chicken. No, just, for some reason, it just popped in my mind. Oh yeah, I make jerk chicken, and I just make chicken with pepper on.
I'm not so good with the spices. Claire was making us some. It was like a chipotle bean quesadilla thing for dinner, and she said that she accidentally licked the finger that had some of this chipotle paste on it, and then she said she got really nervous.
Super hot.
She was like,
because it's super hot in the thing.
Yeah, but the actual meal was fine.
Did I tell you I did that the other day? What was I making? When I was making the pulled chicken, it had paprika in it.
Famous pulled chicken.
Yeah, and I thought that paprika and cayenne pepper were the same thing. So I went to load up the cayenne pepper, and it's basically like fire in powder form, cayenne pepper. So she was a little bit spicy, the old pulled chicken.
Wasn't it isn't it paprika that grandma used to put on your like egg mayonnaise or whatever you had for your starch, like a sprinkle of
I'm not sure what that freestyle was, the paprika freestyle, because it doesn't really taste anything, does it? It's a bit like
smoked paprika does. Smoked paprika is pretty cool.
Does it?
Yeah, I like to put that on if I have like a big salad with tuna and a little bit of mayonnaise on there and some egg and chopped up egg.
I'm gonna cook around here.
Some paprika over the top.
Bang that in.
Get it on.
That's right. So I'll whack that jerk chicken in there. That'd be pretty cool. And hopefully, the old Grapplers guide will start to kick in because I've earned my muffin tops on the crutches.
Yeah. You get moving, you fat pig.
I know, man. It's like, well, I was looking at the Juggernaut app and it logs weight as well. So like the old mass moves mass thing. So my weight was going up pretty steadily and I was eating quite a bit to go with the training. And the last weight I logged in it was 81.5 kilos. And I'm now 78 kilos.
That's not too bad.
Well, 4 kilos in the slammer after 6 weeks is quite a lot of weight.
Or 3 kilos, if you
do
maths.
Right. Your maths is bad, my maths is bad. 3.5 kilos. What does 3.5 round up to? 4.
And what's 4 half of 10? So 10 kilos. Yeah, that's man math.
I didn't weigh myself today. Actually, it might be less than 78 to be fair. I'll have a little rip on there and find out. But the this Juggernaut program runs for like a predefined amount of time. Because there's a powerlifting option at the moment. They're going to do a power building option as well. So a bit more like a hypertrophy one. So there's a powerlifting option. The powerlifting option ends in like a meet date. And then my meet date by chance is October the 30th. And the last week of it is in my birthday week.
Oh, nice.
October 20, I think October 18th, something like that. It's the start of the last week. So my birthday is like 3 days after that. So I'm going to try and see.
Hit it before the big 4-0.
Get back to my all-time strongest before the big 4-0. That'll be quite good. Probably a little bit optimistic as I can't lift anything at the moment.
Just get pinned. Just put it on your back.
I'd like to be optimistic.
At least walk it out.
Well, it was working really well. And I've only done a little bit, hadn't I, actually? I've done 10 weeks, I think. So I did 2 bridge weeks and then 2 hypertrophy cycles, and was going into the first strength cycle and got splattered.
So I was thinking the other day that I haven't talked much about garage gym stuff apart from training, like actual garage stuff, but you asked me about sneaking a bike or a rower in. Did you, so you were saying that you were going to like get a garage because you've got a cage?
Sharing a garage. I'm in the little cage at the moment downstairs. So I'm sharing a garage now, which is where the motocross bike is. And it's actually a reasonable amount of space because I went over there today and pulled the motocross bike apart so that I can repair that.
Check the stories. Garage Built Matt.
On the Garage Built Matt stories. So there's quite a bit of space there. And I think there's enough space. And the other guys that are there as well, one guy's like an ex-pro freestyler and the other guy races flat track and is doing some motocross with me. So I think they'd be interested in having some training kit in there.
Yeah.
So I think I can reorganize the place if we put some shelving and stuff, to squeeze hopefully the rack and the bench and everything in. And then, like you were saying, to take up a small footprint, go for a rower maybe and slide a rower in there.
You can stand it up, then rower's decent.
Yeah, because the cool thing as well is, as with most garages, it's got like an area in front of it. So you can pull the rower all the way out, because it's all, basically all the stuff is down the side. So there's like bikes down one side and there's racks down the other side. And then there's like I call it like a garage mat, I guess, or a pit mat.
Yeah.
Which is in the center for pulling the bike across onto to work on. So it's pretty open in the middle of it, which means you could pull out either the rower there or do your lifting there if you're doing Olympic lifting, or a kettlebell or whatever in the center of it. So it's pretty cool. It's a decent space. It's probably a little bit longer than your garage, maybe a little bit wider, but also doesn't have all the boxes and stuff that yours has got. So I think there's a decent amount of space there.
Yeah,
I would like to do that with them. I just need to convince them that they want that stuff in there and not more bikes.
Mine is total 3 meters by 10, maybe 9. 3 meters by 9 meters.
It's 9 meters long.
Yeah, but I've only got 3 meters by 3 meters to train in.
Yeah,
but I have got a little, like where I'm looking now, there's like a walkway, so I've got shelves either side.
Yeah,
and that's where I drag. Like when I need to do something, I drag the stuff and put it over there. Like the rower is half in that bit now.
Yeah,
I can't stand the rower up.
You can't.
No, I can't stand it up in here. It's like,
right,
like a couple of inches too tall to be stood up. It just clunks into the ceiling. I could stand it up; it would just wedge into the ceiling, and then I'd be like, well, got a wedged rower.
You can't, like, instead of it being completely vertical, you can't just like put it at an angle against the wall.
Oh, you could, but then it's like
no
chopping into the wall. But you pull the pin and you just snap it in half and then stand it up in a little space. For time saving, it's just easier to pick it up by one end and throw it up. Because otherwise,
you got the Wolverton one in the end, didn't you?
Yeah. But you should, if they're into it and they don't want, space is going to be an issue, you should have a look at the fold-away racks, because you can get the ones that bolt onto the wall, but then you can now doing more and more of the ones which are like this, which just fold. The legs fold out, and you stick a pull-up bar across top, and you got a full cage, which just folds away.
But it folds in, but you have to bolt it to the wall still, I guess, or no?
Nope, it's freestanding.
No.
Yeah, so it's just like this one, but they've got like a hinge at the top and a hinge at the bottom, and they've got little rollable feet.
Right.
And then and then the pull-up bar, just pop it off and flat.
Oh my God. And what brands are doing that?
Bulldog Gear have got one. Primal Strength have got one.
Any garage with athlete affiliated equipment?
Well, I've been talking to the people at Wolverton. Affiliated is a very strong reach of the relationship that I have.
Any companies that we've bought product from before,
I buy their stuff.
I've had to fully pay for.
I buy their stuff at full price, and they've said they're going to have a look at doing one.
But that'll be a while, isn't it? Because they'll have to lay the thing out and then get it sourced and everything.
But there's a company called Muscle Squad, which I'm not on board with the name, but they bring out quite a lot of stuff, and they do quite a lot of dumbbells and all that kind of stuff. And they've got like a full freestanding power rack with a lat pull down and the dip bars and this and that and everything on it. But they haven't started selling it yet. But that's just I think it's on their website. It says sold out, but I think they're just trying to gauge some interest on it, get people to click the subscribe button on their emails. But that's something like 600 or 700 quid. But it's basically everything.
The Bulldog ones.
Oh, Bulldog one's like Bulldog one with the lat pull down is something like 1,400.
What the fuck?
Without a lat pull down, it's about 1,200.
Okay.
But you should have a look if you really want to spend some money. You should have a look at the Rogue Monster Cave, because
you're going in the reverse direction of the money that I want to spend.
It's cool.
I think you said that to me, no?
Really nice, yeah. And it's like so what I was saying to the Wolverton people is like, if it was me, if I was going to design something for people with a garage gym, I'd make it modular, like what the Rogue people have done. So you have your base power rack that you can fold away, and then you can bolt on stuff like, actually, I want like a side panel for storage, and I'll buy that module, or I want a lat pull down and I'll buy that as an add-on, or I want the dip bars, I'll buy that as an add-on.
Yeah, just bit by
that
bit.
kind of stuff, just build, and then and then if you want the next bit for your whatever squat rack, then you go back to the company that you got it, and then you buy the add-on that you need or that you want. If you want to store some kettlebells on it somewhere down there, or plate storage or whatever, you just keep going back. That means you don't have to buy the whole kit and caboodle out front that you might not even need. Like this muscle squad one, I'll probably never use the lat pull down thing. I'll probably
I don't want something from the muscle squad.
Just not on board with the name. I just don't get it. The name's just not it's not vibing with me. But they're charging, say, 600-700 quid for, I'm guessing it's like an Alibaba special. It's like
most of the stuff is a problem.
Yeah. And I wouldn't use it. But if you had just had the power rack that folded up for 350, 400, I'm like,
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I would look at, is that sort of money for just the rack, because I think my rack was like 150 in the days before.
This was gym equipment prices, 115, something like that, 130.
So what sense is it that one that folds out, which is effectively the same thing with 2 hinges, is how many times more expensive? 4 times more expensive.
It's Corona times more expensive as well. That's the trouble.
Fantastic. Well, lucky we got in early with all that.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
So that's my next. Well, I say that's my next big purchase. I do want to get the Scout Reverse Hyper from Rogue.
Yes.
And
this bad boy is a little bit more reasonably priced, but is very, very specific.
Yeah. So it's
pretty sick, though, isn't it? And the name is cool as well. So they win there, don't they?
Yeah. And Louis had something to do with it.
He's the man.
So yeah, that's about 370, 380 delivered, something like that, depending on the euro conversion.
Did you work out the tax with me?
Yeah, I emailed them, and it looks like there'd be no more tax afterwards. It says
just explain that, because that's probably quite important for people, isn't it?
Well, don't trust me for it, but anything that, so when Rogue EU, if they need to ship it to the UK, there's some tax implications. There's some stuff that they have to pay. If it's under 150 quid, from what I read, you would pay the tax after. So you get it here and you think, oh, that's a good bargain, and then you would get like a bill through for the tax and the import. But this is what I read. They emailed me, and my understanding is that as it's more than 150, they take care of that at sale. But it's still not like, I'm not like guaranteed I fully understand it, because it's, you know how I don't like to read.
Yeah, things are difficult to understand. Well, normally what happens with customs bills as well is, when you order it, when it arrives in the customs, you have to pay the bill before it gets released from customs.
Yeah,
that's what happened with all my Jim Wendler stuff.
I was on a few Facebook groups for garage gyms, and there were some guys like buying bought an Echo bike, and he was expecting to get a bill through, and it was something like he got it cheaper than he thought he would, or I don't know if he bought it from America and got it shipped over, or if he got it from the EU site, which the Rogue EU is Belgium, I think. And then he was like, oh yeah, I haven't had a bill, absolutely buzzing. And then like 2 weeks later, he had like this letter or an email come through going, oh yeah, you owe X amount of money. And he was like, I'm just probably not going to pay it. You
just deal with the bailiffs when they come out and stand. That was fine.
So yeah, that's why I'm wary of it. So I just think I'd quite happily get it in, stick. I can just picture it.
I don't think there'll be a big problem with the EU stuff, because they made quite an issue of that, didn't they?
But I'm also thinking
we'll be able to trade with Europe instead.
It could be a nice stand-up desk.
Yeah. How'd you work that one out?
Because it's high enough to put a laptop on, and I just have a nice stand-up.
How do you go about? Oh, so you're talking about the Scout here, not the power rack. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
No, the power rack. Well, I could do if I could put
You
some
just
like
put a big board across it. Again.
big board across. Well, that's what Morning Lifter does, doesn't he? He turned his into a desk. I'm sure he's got like a big plank of wood with some chains on it that just like fold out onto a desk.
Yeah, he's got some cool stuff, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's awesome.
He makes a lot of cool stuff. Yeah.
Because I was
He's
asking him if he
making,
had the instructions, because he made a reverse hyper himself out of wood for his rack, and I thought I'm not that handy. I'll just pay them, and they can send me one, and I'll try.
That's the thing. You have to weigh up your time, your stress. Are you actually going to enjoy it? Like, I think he likes to make the stuff, doesn't he? So it's pretty cool. But he's made all sorts of bits and pieces.
I did, I talked myself down, but I did make, I did make my plyo box height shorter the other day myself. So that's something nice.
By turning it over.
A nice no, it was at its lowest possible level, and I thought, right, I need to get this lower now. How do I get this lower? Because I want to squat lower and continue to progress with my squats. And I thought, right, I need to make the floor higher. So I made the floor higher by laying a piece of wood down on the floor. That's
outside the box thinking.
Over there.
Well, it worked, didn't it?
You go.
Much easier than cutting the end of the box off and then trying to stick
the
that back on when
carpenter.
you're in it hiring it. Yeah, you're the man. Woodworking genius. You're Pinocchio's Geppetto.
Yeah. I'm the Jiminy Cricket to your. I don't know what relationship those guys have, but I'm the Jiminy Cricket to your Geppetto. So yeah, so I was obviously I've put the Scout reverse hyper in my basket. And
it's in the basket now. It's not
I've scoured the internet for discount codes. Yeah. I've asked people that I know for discount codes. Yeah. I've tried to predict if the pound to euro conversion rate is going to go up or down.
What was the result of that prediction?
I don't know. That's the result of that. I don't know what's going on. I thought stuff's going to get more expensive. The longer you wait, the more expensive it gets. And so it's still there in my basket.
Yeah,
it's there in my basket, and every time I go back to check, I think, oh, that'll be out of stock. I should have bought it last time, and it'll be there. Yeah. And I'll be like,
oh, that's good. That's fine. I can wait a little more.
That's fine.
Just get it, man.
And I said to Claire, right, I wasn't talking about it at all. Come out of the blue. I just said, Scout reverse hyper, thinking about getting one. And she was like, okay, how much do they cost? And I was like, they're not too bad. She's like, what, 1,700 quid, 1,200 quid? And I was like, hey, I'm onto a winner here already.
Oh, yes.
Winning. I mean, like a quarter of what she's expecting. She's gonna think I'm a hero for coming in with this. So I was like, yeah, it's not that much. It's not that much. About 370, 380. And she looked at me and she went, can we get some quotes for the bathroom? Well played. Well played, Claire.
Check.
Yep. So,
it's in the basket already, so you can just press go.
Yeah, it's in the basket.
Quote doesn't cost anything.
Everything's in the basket. Everything always
quotes are free.
Basket. So I'll leave it there for a bit longer. I do need to measure it up. I do need to measure, like, will it just stand? So I've got a nice little space just there that it might go if it's the right height. Maybe even get some hooks, get things on the wall, more things on the wall.
Is it a plate loaded thing?
Yes.
So you whack the plates on, and then it needs some room behind.
Some room for swinging. Yeah, which I've got, because I've got a straight shot to the door there to be swinging. And I'm thinking that might be quite a good option for keeping my my rear side and my posterior chain nice and strong if I can't really do the kind of squats that I want to do. That would be quite good. Just
I think it's more of a like RDL stroke, stiff leg, deadlift stroke, back extension. I don't want to say substitute, but
no, it's good for turbocharging your deadlift.
That's well, it's a hamstring thing, isn't it? Yeah, and lower back, I guess.
I just want
give it a whirl. Just get it. Can't take a week again.
Get it. We could.
What? Take your reverse? Take your Scout reverse hyper.
It's a big box.
Yeah. Passing by.
I was got to label. That's one thing I should do really, is label up in here, and it's a bit morbid thought, but I should label up like how much everything cost, so that if anything happens, like nobody's going to come in and like skin clear alive. if I get crushed by my next squat attempt. And I'm just like, all I can do is blink.
Don't worry, everything's labelled about.
There's a joke about guitars, isn't it? It's like, if I die, don't sell my guitars for what I told my wife I paid for them.
Yeah, you can do another one of those for a garage, dude. Right, yeah. I don't sell my plates for what I told my wife I paid for.
Oh yeah.
Well, yours weren't too bad, were they? In pre-corona times, it wasn't insane, was it?
I looked at my. I think I put it on the stories. I think I keep thinking that my barbell was like 120, 130, 140 quid. It wasn't. It was £70.
I was going to say, yeah, because mine was under 100, and I only got the second one at a push.
Yeah.
A year and a half ago.
Plates were not too much cheaper. I think I got 2 20-kilo bumpers for like 100.
Oof.
Something like that. So it wasn't like massively different to now, but
not obviously, apart from the scalping period, maybe.
Yeah, and everyone seems to be chilling out now with that. They seem to be like more reasonable. I think it's just it was just an onslaught of anytime anything got posted, people were just like they're just plowing them. But then I saw this guy, someone was trying to sell a bike erg, so a Concept 2 bike erg, which they're 980 quid brand new. And if you've got a link, you can get them fairly quick. So someone was trying to sell one for 740, and he'd had it for 14 months. So it's a decent amount off. And like some guy commented on this post saying, "What's the matter with people? Like, why buy secondhand? You can get these. There's no weight. Like, you can get these." Like people were like, "There's 240 quid difference. That's why you buy a secondhand. You fucking idiot.
It's just a drop in the ocean, a quarter of the price."
That's mental. It's like, oh yeah, oh no, well I'll just wait, 6 weeks and pay another 250 quid for the privilege. No, this one is fine. And then it's something like, oh well, it's you're paying 240 quid to have like a 2-year warranty. No, is you only had it for 14 months. You're paying 240 quid for like a 14-month warranty. Yeah. It's like, what are you on about? Okay.
Well, you don't know, do you? Some people have got a lot of coin.
Yeah, that's
to some people, 240 quid is nothing, isn't it? So, to the man who can just drop a reverse hyper in his garage,
hey,
yeah, everything looks like change. Yeah, got to cane it somewhere.
I'm not going out.
Might as well support the industry.
Exactly.
Like Rogue has gone bananas for them, hasn't it? Like they're absolutely insane. I think.
I'm sure Louis gets some money out of it. Send Louis some.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually, isn't it? That he's actually making some money out of those. Hopefully,
that's the first Westside Rogue product, I think.
Have they done anything since that? I saw that when they released it. That it was like the first sort of licensed.
Yeah, I've not seen anything, but it's licensed in a way that it's like it's got Westside Barbell written on it, but it's not got Rogue written on it, which is a bit strange. So I thought if they did like a in combination with, then it might. They might put their name on it, but there's just like maybe it's just like a separate part of the Rogue line or whatever. They're just gonna Westside Barbell stuff.
But it's called the Rogue Reverse Hyper Scout.
It's called Scout. It's called the Scout Reverse Hyper, but I don't know if it's called the Rogue or Westside Barbell or anything like that.
Very good. Yeah, hopefully make some coin. He does all sorts of stuff, doesn't he? Got all sorts of like books and programs, and I don't know if they've got bands and stuff like that. I think there's kit isn't there as well. Yeah, hopefully make some bank. He deserves it.
Yeah,
it's for sure. What's going on, dude? Anything? I fixed my bike today. That was good. Well, I didn't fix it.
Well, I saw you took it apart.
Yeah. So it's not fixed. It's in bits.
No, it's just broken. More broken if anything.
Yeah, I definitely can't use it now. Yeah. It runs though. That's pretty cool. So get those bits, get them thrown on there. Well, that's what I do. Been on the push bike. That's cool.
I've got some good PBs.
Oh yeah. Wait, wow. What are they now then?
Well, I don't know. I think maybe the bench was
back up on the PBs.
It was a PB, but I was looking at my board, and when I wrote 3 PBs on there, it was 3 PBs in one session, but it was more like conditioning stuff. was like I shaved a minute and 4 seconds off my Annie time, which is
normally a time of.
Well, I've got it. I'm chipping away at it. I've got 9:28, then 9:24, and then I got it down to 8:20.
It's not really chipping away, is it? That's like hacking away.
The last one was, yeah. Well, I chipped 4 seconds off from the previous week, and then I took a minute and 4 seconds off.
Over 10% hack off there.
So that's good.
And Annie is the one with the
50, 40, 30, 20, 10 double unders and sit-ups. Well, I think I'm just moving faster through the sit-ups as well, which is quite nice. Just moving faster, so that helps. Even if I tripped, oh man, I tripped in the first set at about 30 something, and then I tripped on rep 39 of 40, on rep 29 of 30, and rep 19 of 20.
Come on.
I was like, yeah.
There's loads of time to come out of that, isn't it? Because
so that'll get
each one of those trips cost like 3 seconds probably.
Easy, especially if it's after a big set as well. Like, it depends. If it's in the middle of a big set, like I'll have to take a breath and reset myself, because I think, right, I've got another 20 or something to go. But yeah, on the last one, it's like, right, stop, bang one out and go again. But yeah, it's easy, like 3 to 5 seconds probably. It depends how tangled up the rope is as well, which is annoying.
And what's like a super hot lap time on Annie?
Well, apparently between 6 and 8 minutes is like an advanced athlete. I think between 8 and 9 minutes is something like a intermediate athlete. So I just outside of the next thing. But I think
closing on the advanced athlete.
Yeah, that's cool. And then I did my biggest ever set of double unders straight away after that, when I did my EMOM stuff. I've got it written down over there. 63.
The sender of a set.
63 double unders, which is the
biggest. My best set of double unders is
7.
5.
Starts with 5.
Did I get more than 5 in this little round that I started to do? Definitely got 5. No, I think it was 5.
I remembered going out in the driveway and not being able to do 2. And that wasn't that long ago. 2 years.
I'm going to struggle now. Start again.
Struggle bus.
Start again. Let's see. I can't. The problem is, like, I've got no self-control with this sort of thing. Yeah, I'm going to try and skip tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. What a brilliant idea. So you've got a broken pelvis. So what you should do is jump up and down.
I don't think it helps my knee much.
No, probably not.
That's for sure.
Like we were saying last week, weren't we? It's pretty harsh on the body in general. Jumping.
Yeah.
Lots of jumping. Too many contacts. Although that 50, what's a 50, 40, 30, 2010? It's not too bad, is it, I suppose? Although they're big jumps.
Yeah. And then I went to CrossFit on the Thursday, so the day after, and the workout was it was a complex, which was cool, which is one of the ones that they did in the open, 21.4, which was, so it's a deadlift into a power clean, into a hang clean, into a jerk.
You have to do that every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Got to do the face.
Just clearing that up.
But I did got it 80 kilos on that, so that was cool.
That's a big send, isn't it, for that?
Yeah.
With a jerk with 80 kilos. That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
80 kilo jerk on the end, so that was cool.
Yes, please.
And then after that, it's like a big chipper. But at the end of the chipper, there was 200 double unders, and I was like, probably shouldn't have done that 360 odd double unders the day before. I only made it to 53 double unders before the time ran out, but that's fine.
Just cruising through the double unders.
Yeah. So I wanted to go back because they do a lot of squatty stuff, or loads of CrossFit stuff, squatty stuff that I can't do at the minute. So I picked a non-squatty day to go back.
Yeah,
that's cool. But I was just looking at my lifts from this week, and I think I have to check my records, but I think bench press was a PB for that weight, 102 kilos for 3, which is a 1 rep max
Sounds
of
like
112.
Yeah, sounds up there.
And deadlift, 174 for 3. I think I've done more than that. I'd have to check.
I
but
think
that's
so,
like
because you
191.
Didn't you pull? What did you pull at that competition? 190 or 200?
200 I've done.
Yeah,
one time.
Maybe one. I was reading
Somewhere around that.
something about this the other day about rep maxes. So like it is a rep max, but then if you've never done that before with 174, but you probably have been stronger than that before.
Yeah.
You just happen to have not done that weight. But I remember we had you on a program for a little while, and I think the top set before we bailed out of the program because you basically fell apart was something like 168 for 8 or something insane. Remember that?
Yeah.
And it was like a 531. I can't remember which one it was based on, but it was pretty crazy for volume, wasn't it? And there was some like big sets in that.
Yeah. The assistant stuff on doing the first set last is getting pretty ropey now. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, I think as well, it might be, well, they can get really big, can't they, in the end? And then it's probably just too much volume for you to recover from with all the rest of it. With the conditioning.
Deadlift was super grippy as well. That was, I've got it written up here. 137 kilos, 3 times 8.
And that's, you do those overhand, don't you, as well?
I try for as long as I can, yeah. I do as many of the reps as I can overhand, and then I'll just have to swap.
It's a ripper overhand. But it's a huge, for me, it's such a big difference going from overhand to mixed grip. Like, feels like I'm like 30% stronger or more probably with mixed grip. Like I can just about pull a mixed grip. It's not too bad. I'll do like 100 for 10 reps or something like that. But I have to have a little reset and take my grip again and stuff like that. And then with mixed grip, I could do probably 20 or I don't know, just go basically. Yeah. And it pulled, like the leverage is different for me as well. Like I can't get in the same position. I think it's because I did mixed grip for so long, because I never, that was a mistake. That was a good starting training mistake, was to never train anything else other than mixed grip. And I didn't even switch grips. So I think that's why my elbow is smashed.
It's probably why your lat tweaks as well.
Well, yeah, I think it might be, yeah, because now I hardly do anything but double overhand to try and correct everything. So then I only do mixed grip when I start to get past the point that I can't do any double overhand, which is for me not super heavy now, like 125 or 130, something like that. And then I go mixed, but then I'll change the mix as well as I go up. But on the last lap of that juggernaut program, I didn't get up that high.
No.
In the actual weights, the volume was high, but the actual weights weren't that high. I think
I don't change the mix. I can't get on with it. No, I always go the same way every time.
I think that's what they say actually in the juggernaut, is like to train that way, to train like with your competition grip makes the most sense. But yeah, I think it messed me up from doing too long in that same mix. And you're probably right, that probably is why my lat's weak. It's probably why my neck is tweaked as well.
I can feel it in my lat when I'm just pull on a mixed grip, I'm like, well,
you twist around it, don't you? I think depending on which way your hands are laid over, you end up rotating around it as you pull up, because you've got one side stronger than the other as well, and then one leg is probably pressing stronger than the other as well. Yeah. So then you end up with this rotation going on. I'm pretty excited to get back pulling some stuff.
That'd be cool.
It'd be nice to get in that other garage as well. That'd be sweet.
Yes.
It's got some light, some space. That'd be nice, because it's cool downstairs. At least I've got some room to train, but it's quite different to just having like enough room to move around and stuff in it. But it should be pretty cool. I have to sweet talk the guys into that, to putting some stuff in there, even if it's just like a barbell in there, because I've got 2. So I could put just some kit in there. It doesn't need to be all the kit. Yeah. And then I could have enough space. And the problem is the rack. If I get one of these foldable ones in there, that'd be pretty sweet. I'm going to check those out. Check out the footprint on them. Yeah, man. See what I can get in there.
Yeah, I've got deload week coming up, so that's exciting. I'll do some faster stuff. I'll get out of breath doing some conditioning stuff if I can. That'll be.
And why not actually deload instead? See how that goes.
Well, I'll deload off the powerlifting. I've barely loaded the conditioning stuff. Jesus.
Yeah, but the idea of the deload for powerlifting is to deload, isn't it? Is to recover. Because now you're in your big recovery hole, and the idea is to come out of your recovery hole and super compensate through the next bit. So you're going to dig your recovery hole,
worm,
and then instead of coming out, you're going to dig it, and then it's going to do this. So instead of like your baseline being here and you pop back out of the baseline and get stronger, you're going to do this.
It doesn't matter. I'll get surgery and then I won't be able to do anything. And I'll be like, oh,
No, that's true.
should have hit it harder when I could.
Yeah, I want my legs to work. Well, that's what I'm thinking now, and it's like you miss it when it's gone. That's for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
You miss it when it's gone, man. So might as well just send it in.
There you go. Right, dude. I'm gonna have to chip off. Finish up.
Okay.
Get me some. I'm gonna watch Line of Duty. I think. I hope.
What's that?
It's a program. If anybody's listening, don't ruin it for me. Don't send me anything on Line of Duty.
Okay.
That one person that listens.
It's not a film. It's a series.
Series, yeah. It's good.
Okay. I have no idea what that is.
No.
Good. All right, dude.
All right, mate.
I will speak to you later on.
Yeah, enjoy your jerk chicken.
My fake jerk
Your
chicken.
fake chicken.
Later.
Yeah, bye.